So, we're going to talk about your Nature's Whimsy series today.
Okay.
Could you please elaborate on what it means to you, what your inspiration was, where did it come from, and anything else you feel relevant?
Well, it was around 1980, 81, when I got very serious about becoming a painter, and actually didn't have a clue what that meant at some level. And also decided that because I had been highly trained in piano, classical piano, dance, and fiber arts with good teachers over the years, I decided that I was not going to seek a teacher to become a painter. And it was the best decision I ever made. And so I began outside in nature with a pencil and a piece of paper, and started exploring shapes and tied in with nature. And as I say, I didn't have a clue as to what I was doing, but I had an awful lot of feeling in me. And I followed that path. And very soon after I started, shapes began unfolding, and I got excited because they were showing nature in a rather abstract way, but circles and squiggles, and then I started adding colors and shapes and eyes and all kinds of different things, and it grew, and it grew pretty fast. And I started on just a piece of paper, as I said, and the papers got bigger, and out came the watercolor pencils, and then paint and watercolor, and that series was kind of in the incubation stage for a good 5 years. And the pieces got bigger, the paint got stronger, so did the strokes, and it turned into what I ended up calling, for lack of a better title, Abstract Scribble into Nature. And it remained that title for the series, and it's a huge series. I ended up moving from Canada to the U.S., San Francisco and New Mexico and Hawaii, and along the way the series kept getting stronger, and people saw the work just casually and ended up buying many pieces along the way. And I was compared to Calder and Kandinsky at that time, and because I chose to be as pure as I could with that series, and beginning as a painter as well, to not be influenced by other people, other artists, and normally I read great amounts of history books and philosophical or psychological books. I want to know many things, but this one in the arts was totally foreign to me, and so being compared to some of these people, I started looking at their work, and sure enough, there was a link, which I find fascinating through history. But I remained with this series, and I probably have done, 300 to 500 pieces from small scraps of paper
Yeah.
to large pieces, and it's been the base of which I've continued my journey, and it still remains a part of all my major pieces of artwork, which are now on canvas.
Right. Yeah. Some of the major pieces you're recently working on in front of us now, you can still see the Nature's Whimsy design, which was the beginning of your painting, and it remains in most of the paintings and canvases and drawings that I've seen of your portfolio. Why do you think that these shapes and figures have come with you along this way throughout your career?
It's a good question. A very good question. At a personal level, I feel it depicts maybe much of, not maybe, but much of my personality. I am a dancer. I love to dance. I love nature so much. I love to play. The Whimsy series is, in my opinion, quite delightful and fun and silly and happy, and it moves. It has texture and color and just a lot of motion, and those things are very important to me as a person and in my personality, and so I think it stayed with me. It's part of my DNA, I suppose, and that's how I express it, and it came up very organically, which I think is very important to mention. I refuse to copy anything on my journey as a painter. What is has already been done. I want to go beyond into realms that I am exploring and find me.